Authorities say an East Texas man used an axe to kill his wife and then ran from the law. Good evening and thank you for joining us. 47-year-old Scott Raymond Thompson is being held in the Rusk County Jail tonight for the alleged murder of his wife, Amanda Thompson, on March 18th. As KLTV7's Jamie Boyum reports, a $1.5 million bond has been handed down.
Scott Raymond Thompson's bond was set by Rusk County Precinct 5 Justice of the Peace, Jana Enlow.
$1.5 million bond.
It was originally set at a $1 million bond, but after the fact, the defendant fled and was found in another state. That was taken into consideration with the bond going up to 1.5.
Rusk County Sheriff John Wayne Valdez says Thompson was brought back from Pope County, Arkansas, Wednesday.
He was given the opportunity to either fight extradition or waive it. He chose to waive it.
Valdez says around 2 p.m. on March 18th, the sheriff's office was called to Thompson's home on County Road 3122 near Mount Enterprise.
I knocked on her door, no response. We made a decision to breach the door. Upon entering, we located Ms. Thompson in the back of the house by the kitchen, and she was deceased.
Scott Thompson and his vehicle were gone.
So we were able to track him from Atlanta, Texas, going north into Arkansas.
Multiple agencies from 2 states were involved in Thompson's arrest.
If you do all hands on deck whenever something like this significant happens, your chances of success are greatly enhanced.
Thompson was pulled over in Arkansas and arrested without incident. The arrest affidavit states that Raymond Thompson intentionally and knowingly caused the death of an individual by striking her in the head with an axe. The Rusk County District Attorney's Office will investigate, and eventually
Mr. Thompson's going to be standing trial for murder.
Jamie Boyum, KLTV 7 News.
Sheriff Valdez tells us between Texas and Arkansas, there were 50 to 60 law enforcement officers working at the same time to track down Thompson. They brought